welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show, where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. I've been struggling with sound quality on my recordings. I don't know the last one if you watched it. Hopefully you did. I did unusual whites for the summer and just had this distortion in the back. Now it's happened on occasion. When I shot at Mike's Wine Bar and Cafe, serious problems there. Thought maybe it was iPhones that were being used around it, maybe the Wi-Fi, I don't know. I got this camera at a pawn shop, really good deal on it, really good deal, but it didn't come with a manual, so I'm not sure if this has Bluetooth capability on it or not. It was a very expensive camcorder, practically brand new. So I've used it and had really good success. Now, downstairs there's a furnace that runs all the time, cold air, so I shut that off. I shut the Bluetooth off of my iPhone, shut off my Bluetooth speaker. So I'm hoping the sound quality comes through on this. And I'm continuing with doing whites that perhaps you may not go to on a normal basis. Maybe you're not aware of these wines. Maybe you just get comfortable, as we all do with Pinot Grigio, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, those types of things. Now the big one is Vinho Verde, which everybody seems to be going for. Very reasonably priced Portuguese white wine from northern Portugal that has a little frizzante to it, a little bit of spritz going on. We sell a ton of that. So people have gotten, you get comfortable with those things, but there's many, many other whites out there that are great for the summertime. And finally, summer has arrived here in the San Juan Islands. We've had some great weather the past 4 or 5 days. It's probably been the wettest, coolest June I've seen in a long time. So it's nice to have the good weather out there. So we're going to get started right away. We're going to do 2 whites from Italy and then one from Argentina. And these, again, whites that you may not necessarily go for. We did a really killer Suave in the last one, a couple other great whites. Let's get started. All right. Excuse me if I butcher these names. Sometimes I struggle with that. 2015, Ronco dei Tassi Friulano. Now, Friulano is the name of the grape from Friuli in northern Italy. And also can be known as Sauvignon Vert, and in Slovenia they say Sauvignon Jese, I think is how they say it. And also has been referred to, and sometimes still is by the Italian winemakers, Italian farmers, as Tokai, but we know that that name became protected. I think in 1995 they said you could not use that name because it's only from Hungary, Tokai, that sort of thing. Whatever. Well, I shouldn't say whatever. I mean, you know, we, like champagne, I thought there was an interesting slant on this. I'm going to give this a little rinse. This rolls in at, by the way, at $17. But Friuli is one of those wines you might look to, and I was talking about champagne, don't want to get sidetracked, but I thought it was interesting that Joe Roberts said that he thought maybe that champagne should allow other people to use it just because it brings attention to the region. I don't know, there's a whole organization that has been set up to protect the name Champagne only for Champagne, France, and I get it. I mean, I do. The soils, the area, the terroir, the style is all very unique to that area. So we refer to wines that are not from Champagne as sparkling wine, or as Spain has done so astutely, call it cava. So, and Prosecco from Italy. Now let's get back into this one. This is a Ronco dei Tassi Friuli. This rolls in at $17. Let me give you a close-up of this one. There you go. All right, let's see what we get. So, you know, local grocery stores may not carry Friuli, but if you go to a wine shop, you might find this wine, and let's see what this is like. I've not tried this one. Let's see what we get on the nose. Immediately get wet stone is the first thing I thought of. I get a wet stone, kind of melon, a little bit of pineapple, but the pineapple is very muted, but it's there. And my first thought too is, well, there's obviously white flowers, loads of white flowers. Kind of cool, but it's very muted. There's a lot of minerals in this nose. I mean, a lot of like wet stone, and dry stone. It's kind of all in there. That's the main thing I'm getting. And maybe just a touch of it's kind of like I said, that pineapple. I get a little banana going through. Let's see what we get on the palate. Good acidity, but it's balanced. It's not like razor sharp like a Sauvignon Blanc maybe, or a Sancerre, which is Sauvignon Blanc from the Loire Valley. But it has good freshness, good acidity. I get a little white pepper on the finish, which is interesting. This is a very good wine. I mean, this is I get like a lot of a melon, banana, but the banana is it's more of the texture of the banana, if you understand what I'm saying by that. A little bit of peach coming through. Good weight on the mid palate. It kind of goes from fresh, a little bit of weight on the mid palate, then finishes off lighter style, but it has a long finish. I'm still tasting it. And there's that little bit of a pineapple element coming through with peach. It's kind of like a peach pineapple thing going on. And that white pepper hits on the backside. And throughout the whole experience, you have wet stone just kind of there. It's kind of the spine of the wine. I like that, the spine of the wine. You get a little bit of orange blossom and a little bit of tangerine coming through on right at the back of the mid palate. This is a good wine. This is well built, as I like to say. Good structure, good flow across the palate, very seamless, nice long finish. This could be a porch pounder. You could just jump out on the back deck on a warm day, pour. You could probably drink the whole bottle, no problem. Curious what the alcohol content is. I always hate it. I know you guys hate it when I look for this because I suck. Okay, I'm going to give up if I don't find it right away. I'd like to find it though, because when I say, 14%. So yeah, 14%. It doesn't show on the wine at all. I don't really get that. That's probably a little bit of that richness on the mid palate is from the alcohol content, the ripeness of the fruit. But good balance, good wine, very fresh. 17 bones. I wouldn't use it as a porch pounder necessarily, but this would be really good if you're this would be beautiful with clams. You could even saute the clams a little bit in this one if you're feeling, like doing that. I mean, for 17 bucks, you may not want to do that. Great with shrimp, great with oysters. Crab would be really good with this one because that richness on the mid palate would work with crab. I like this wine. I think it's really good. 17 bucks. I'm going to go B+, A-. Nice start to the program. Let's move on. Now this one's 12.5% alcohol. I looked it up. This is called, this is a Rocca del Mase Moonlight Toscano white wine. And the vintage is 2015. This was in at $11. So there you go, a little bit better price point. And I looked it up on Wine Searcher. I don't know if you guys ever use that. Let's see if we can. Sometimes my camera has a hard time picking up these funky labels. Kind of a cool label, a little bit like art, artsy fartsy, but kind of cool. So on Wine Searcher, all it said was rare white Italian grapes. Whatever that means. Anyway, let's see what we get on the nose. It's a little funkified on the nose. I get a little bit of cut grass, a little bit of pineapple coming through on this one also, which is interesting. This one also has kind of that crushed rock, sort of almost like dusty rocks. Definitely a melon. Feeling a little sharp edge on the glass. Oh, not broken. Probably just the whiskers. A little bit of apple coming through. This one's also muted. You know, there's not a whole lot. The mineralities kind of, you know, kind of mute down the fruit a little bit. Let's see what we get on the palate. Yeah, there's a almost like pineapple skin element coming through. Sorry, I get a little carried away on the smell sometimes. This is not nearly as healthy on the palate, as rich on the palate as the first one. So I could have flopped them. Flop? You like that? I could have flopped them. I could have switched the order, but I don't know what I'm getting here, so I'm just kind of, you know, shooting in the dark, basically. I like this one. It has good, like, peach, apple, peach, melon, like cassava melon. It dances lightly on the palate, but it's not thin. I don't know if you can, it's very light, but very flavorful at the same time. Good length on the finish, absolutely. That peach element kind of hangs out there with a little bit of a mandarin orange sort of thing going on. Absolutely, mandarin orange. A little light, but this, if you want to know, porch pounder, this would be a porch pounder, 11 bucks. You could, 12.5% alcohol, you could sit on the back deck, you could go out in the yard, you could mow the grass, weed eat, have a glass of this around, do whatever you want to do. This is a great little bottle of wine. I like it, I do. I like that kind of tangerine, a little bit of lemon coming through on the finish. I said mandarin, I'm going to stick with mandarin. There's, you know, there's different levels of those oranges, you know, that come through. Maybe a little pinch of lime. Good melon, apple, peach thing going on. Good acidity, not super strong. You can have this with chicken, tacos, salad. This is a great salad wine. If you just want to munch on a salad and have a little bit of that, this would be perfect with that. Definitely fish tacos would be fantastic, I think. Good little bottle of wine, $11. It's a good value. I'm going to go straight up B on that one. I think there's no flaws to it necessarily. It has good flow across the palate, just a hair thin, but that's okay. Might have showed better in front, might have shown better in front of this one. So I'm going to take that into consideration. So I'm going to go straight up B. Good job, 11 bucks. Let's move on. Rare Italian white grapes. Wish I had more information on that one. So this is 2016 Reunion Torrontés from Salta, Argentina. Torrontés is the grape of Argentina. Like every country is known for a specific grape. Italy is Sangiovese. I mean, Tuscany is Sangiovese for sure. Nero d'Avola in the south of Italy. You have Washington has unique grapes like Zigareba, Madeleine Angevine, definitely Washington white grapes. Oregon Müller Thurgau is a very unique grape to Oregon. Well, of course, then you got Germany and Alsace. Right? But I mean, yeah, you get the idea. Pinot Grigio up in northern Italy, Pinot Gris in Alsace. So this is a very unique wine to Argentina. This rolls in at $14. Yeah. About 14 bucks. I'm going to be fair there. How long has it been since you've had a Torrontés? Might be a nice area to go to in the summertime. The problem with Torrontés, well, not a problem, but what I find with Torrontés is they have several different styles of Torrontés. They can get really viscous, almost like Vaseline on the palate, and then they can go light. But they remind me a little bit of a Viognier, And I know Viognier is really gaining some strength now on the market. So a lot of people are going to Viognier now. Have you tried a Viognier recently? And what is your favorite Viognier? Maybe you could put that down below. Not that we're trying a Viognier. And how many of you have tried Tarantes from Argentina? I think I have 4 or 5 on the shelf. It all depends on your wine shop, your wine steward, who it is, if they get into this sort of thing. But I've always found Tarantes to be very interesting, and I have to ask a lot of questions with my customers to make sure I'm directing them to the right or correct Tarantes for their palate. Let's see what we get on the nose. See, right off the bat, it's just very tropical. I mean, just loads. I get tangerine, I get peaches, I get mango, I get papaya, just all that stuff coming through. I mean, it's like a fruit salad on the nose. It really is. Let's see what we get on the palate. This is very fresh. I like this. It doesn't get into that viscous arena that a lot of them get into, but it is loaded with fruit. The mangoes, the peaches, the papaya, the pineapple, the tangerine, the lime, it all comes through on the palate. And like a lot of Tarantes, it kind of almost like reduction on the backside. It kind of all melds together into this really cool little potpourri of tropical fruit flavors. Yeah, this is a Tarantes that I think a lot of people could fall in love with. It's certainly very fresh, clean. It has good fruit flavors to it. It's not sweet. See, and this is a problem with describing wine. Some people say, oh, it's got mango, peaches, banana, all that stuff. Those are flavors, friends. Those are flavors, guys and girls. Those are not necessarily mean they're sweet. If you can wrap your mind around that. A lot of people have trouble with that. You start saying, well, it's got ripe peaches. Well, ripe peaches might indicate a little more sweetness, but just saying peach does not do that. This is not sweet. It's just fruity. I hope you understand where I'm coming from with that. This is a good bottle of wine. You know, it's a little hefty price for a Tarantes. I'm saying 13, 14 bucks. I think straight up it might be 15, because as the sales rep put on the back of the label, $9.99 by the case. Strange case price. So you might be around $15 average price. There's a lot of Tarantes out there that are less money that you might enjoy, but I like this one. I really do. And one of the things I found, Viognier or Tarantes are great for steaming clams, and they just add a certain characteristic to the clams that really enhances them. This is a good Tarantes. I know it's I say 14, 15 bucks, but it's a good start if you want to try a Tarantes for the first time. This is a good one to go to. I'm going to go straight up B on this one also. I've tasted better Tarantes in my career, but I like this one. It's fresh, it's delicious, it's got a lot of good fruit qualities, it doesn't go heavy on you. Yeah, I'm going to go B, maybe hedge towards B+. So there you go. Are you going to expand your palate horizons this summer? Are you going to try different whites? Then maybe, are you going to break out of the Pinot Grigio rut, or the Sauvignon Blanc rut, or the, well, I'm not going to tell you to get out of any of those. The Vino Verde, I'm glad to see it taking off. I'm glad to see people trying Viognier. Well, try other things. Try a Tarantes. Try a Friulano. Stretch out. I think you'll be impressed with what you'll find. Yes, I did. Did I do a close-up on the reunion? Yes, I did. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.